We're still following up on the follow-up from that Supreme Court decision yesterday, which argued that no matter where you sell, you better make sure you're paying state taxes on what you're selling. The National Retail Federation Senior Vice President, Stephanie Martz, on what impact this will have. What do you think, Steph?
We're really excited about the opinion. It was a long time coming. This opinion levels the playing field for all retailers, which benefits all retailers. The rule that states were using to collect taxes from sales was very antiquated. Nobody thinks about retail as being based on where your physical presence is anymore. And so we're really excited about the effect that this is going to have on retail all over the country.
You know, I've been studying this. It's always dangerous when I do, because I'm not an expert like you are. But I talk to so many people, savvy shoppers, not so savvy shoppers, I'm probably in the latter category, who don't care, who say, well, I might end up paying more, but in the scheme of things, it's the convenience I'm paying for, it's the not having to worry about going out and finding a parking spot, walking into a mall, that it's okay. It's not the end of the world. What do you think of that?
Look, I think that's actually exactly the point of making sure that we're collecting taxes based on where people are doing their shopping, rather than based on the type of channel that stores are using to sell their product. That's exactly the point that we would make, and we think that's the point that really drove the Supreme Court to update the law here.
You know, I have a feeling that Amazon was getting ready for this moment. You remember, criticism it got from a lot of the brick-and-mortar guys is you escape having to pay the same taxes our customers have to. But then it beefed up operations, I think, in 45 or 46 states now, so that's a moot point. But what other smaller online retailers might feel the pinch?
Well, so that's a great question, and it's a really important question. We think that this is really going to, at the end of the day, have a negligible effect on smaller online retailers for the following two reasons. One is that the law that the court found to be constitutional, the South Dakota law, has a safe harbor for smaller sellers. If you sell less than $100,000 worth of goods in a year in South Dakota, you're not going to have to worry about collecting taxes on your sales in South Dakota. Second thing is, I suspect that within a week or two, there will be a larger number of tools for smaller sellers to use to do the tax collection that they need to do. And the third point I would make, actually, is that this is not a new tax. These taxes have been in existence. The question has been who collects them and remits them to the state. So I think at the end of the day, this is not going to be a sea change, but it is going to be a significant improvement for businesses that are deciding how to build their business, and now they don't have to factor in an arbitrary law that determines where they have to collect taxes.
Stephanie, thank you very much. Good seeing you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Neil.